Alright, so here's the calzone. We got hot honey in there, pepperoni, mozzarella. This looks like a really good calzone, so I'm ready to eat it. Let's go ahead and cut into it. And you'll see that cheese. You can hear that crunch. So let's take a look in this inside real quick here. You can see the cheese is nice and melted. It's steamy. That bottom is nicely cooked. So let's go. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my pizza channel. It's the Pizza Guy John, and today we're going to be making a calzone. Toppings that we're going to be using, of course, can't go wrong with pepperoni, fresh mozzarella, and at the last bit of it, some hot honey. Of course, with the calzone, you got to have your sauce. So let's go and take a look at the oven. We got the Ooni Koda 16 on now for about 30 minutes. It's been preheating, and so middle we're looking close to 900. And then at the edge here, we're about 850. And again, when cooking a calzone, we're sticking towards the end. We're never going towards the back. So let's go ahead and turn this down just a little bit and let's get going. So calzone could have any toppings that you choose. Pretty simple. I have my dough here. This dough was frozen. I took it out about 12 hours before the cook. Let it defrost, and so now it's about room temp, so it's not cold. It's going to be my 50% Polish at 70% hydration. So let's go ahead and let's get this into our semolina. And this dough is about 270 grams. You could do, anything smaller, but it's going to be pretty much a big calzone. So first things first, just want to go ahead and you want to get it, flattened out. You don't really want too much air in there. And you could also then flatten it out here. And so you're really just getting all the air out of it. So you could do a little stretch of it. All right, and we're gonna just kind of leave some of the semolina there. And so here you go. Basically what you want to do here is the, calzone. You got your dough all mixed, stretched out. You're looking right down the middle here, and you could either put the toppings on this side or you want to put the toppings on this side. But again, this is the middle, so we're kind of sticking, towards one end. So what I like to do first is I like to put down a couple pieces of cheese first. And you could do any types of cheese that you like. I like to do a lot of cheese. The better. All right. And you don't get too far to this end. But like I said, you got your line here. And then, of course, I'm doing pepperoni, so you could do as much pepperoni. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a lot of pepperoni in mine. Because, right, who doesn't love some pepperoni? And then now, again, you put your cheese, more on cheese on top. And this is the other part where some people will get sauce and put their sauce in there, but we're not gonna put the sauce in there. So now that you have that, you get your other end, flip it over. And what you want to do is you want to push down, kind of pinch it right here. Close that up. And then now what I do is you want to get the corner, you want to pinch down and then pinching down. And you're basically just creating a seal of this, but you're also basically kind of creating, a crust with a little mini design. So as you can see, this little design here of the crust. And you just do that all the way around, pinching and pulling over. All right. Once that's like that, then you could go ahead now, get some of the semolina off, and just give a little air bubble in there. And as you can see, we got a big calzone there. And we're gonna go ahead now, get that onto our pill. Make sure it slides, and now we're gonna go straight into the oven. And like I said, we're not going all the way in, but you want to kind of stick it towards, you know, one end so that it does cook. And we'll get the oven turned down a little bit more. And let's let it cook. So comment down below and let me know what type of calzone you make. You know, have you tried a calzone in the Ooni oven? I've done one in the 12-inch Koda 16 or 12 Koda, but again, it's a little bit smaller. So this one I'm able to do a little bit bigger calzone, which is nice. And again, it's a slow cooked. You're not going to cook it, you know, in 3 minutes. It's going to be a little bit longer because it's a slow cook. You're cooking again towards the end and not directly inside the oven. And so as you can see, you are getting some nice rise now to it. This part is definitely starting to look really, really nice. And like I said, I like to do that little pull and tuck over. Makes it look good. And so we can see it kind of cooking on one side. So let's go ahead and let's be gentle. And we'll kind of get this. And we'll start cooking that side now. And so yeah, I'm starting to, you know, get shape here. Yeah, like this video, share it, comment down below. You know, I definitely appreciate all the likes and the comments and everything that I do get. I try to interact and respond to everyone. So let's go ahead and let's get this cooking here. See, you know, it's getting some nice color, a little burnt, but you know, that's totally fine. See some of the steam coming out there now. You can smell that pepperoni. Let's see. Bottom's cooked nice. And so it's starting to get some color. Just want to give it maybe just a couple more seconds. Alright, and I think we're looking pretty good. Let's take a look. Nice and cooked. I think I'm pretty happy with that. So let's go ahead and get this inside and we'll let it cool down. Alright, so here's the calzone. While it's nice and hot, I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, drizzle some Mike's Hot Honey on there. Again, this is optional, but this is something that, you know, I like to do, especially with pepperoni. So let's go ahead and let's get some drizzle on there. Let's let it cool down just a couple more seconds, a minute or so, and then we'll go ahead and do a cut and a taste test. All right, so here's the calzone. We got hot honey in there, pepperoni, mozzarella. This looks like a really good calzone, so I'm ready to eat it. Let's go ahead and cut into it, and you'll see that cheese. You can hear that crunch. So let's take a look in this inside real quick here. You can see the cheese is nice and melted. It's steamy. That bottom is nicely cooked. So let's go ahead. Let's get a little piece here. You can smell that hot honey on there. Dough's cooked nicely. And so at this point, what you can do, you want to get your sauce. Get your sauce down. And you can dunk it in there. Some people pour it on top. Let's just go ahead and do a dunk. Yep, that's really good. You definitely get the sweetness from the hot honey, the pepperoni. the melted mozzarella plus the sauce. You can't beat that type of calzone. So if you like what you see, like and subscribe to my videos, turn on that bell notification, check out my Instagram at the Pizza Guy John. Be happy to connect with you on there. And yeah, we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.